What's up, everybody? Welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome. So it looks like you could bring people live on Facebook. I could add people if they have a camera, maybe. Anyways. Welcome, everybody. This is Matt Monarch with the rawfoodworld.com. What we're going to do, there's lots of people who can come on camera right now. This is awesome. This is a new feature by Facebook. Anyway, what we're going to do is read some questions. If you have any questions, what's up, Lavola? Simply just ask here on Facebook or news.therawfoodworld.com/live. Live. News.therawfoodworld.com/live. These are the places where to ask questions. So, I didn't come on last week. Last week I didn't do a live hangout. I expend a lot of energy on these retreats, and I just needed to recover a little bit. I apologize. It's been a lot of fun though. The last retreat was awesome. June is filling up rapidly. I think we have 11 already, and it's 6 months away. We're about 1/3 full. So come on out. Supplements for my ADD teen, someone asks. Okay, first off, if my children were to be in school, they would be labeled with ADD, ADHD, and things like this. I personally think it's sometimes a gifted quality in nature. And when a person has to, a child has to go from, being with their family, going straight to school for 8 hours a day, it can take a toll. However, I mean, you could do CBD oil that helps. If you take high dosages, it's biphasic. So if you take a small dose, it gives you more focus, and a higher dosage will help you sleep. So like, it also calms a person. It calms their nerves. It helps with the trip receptors. It activates them, which is pain sensation. CBD oil might be a good thing. It's healthy. It's very healthy. It activates all sorts of receptors in the human body. So here we go. Let's read some questions. Whoops, cancel. Uh-oh, where'd the questions go? Okay, there we go. Okay. Lisa J. Ulmer is back. Okay. Just received my Raw Food World order in the UK last week in record time. Great work for your team. Thanks, everybody. We just had that huge 17.5% off coupon code sale in December. There was a glitch with the inventory system. Unfortunately, we didn't reset certain numbers, so there was like such a vast amount of orders for that time of the year, and there were a lot of back orders. I apologize, not as much as there used to be, but we're retaking the inventory count this time. Also, all these numbers are reset, so it should be looking even better once we get this done. It's going to happen in January. We plan on doing this recount, so hopefully this weekend. So I apologize about that, but we're there. It's been a long time coming. Okay, let's see here. Hello, Matt. But yes, we are definitely doing really good too at the same time. Hello, Matt. Gigartina red marine algae. What can you tell us about this? I'm not really sure what that is. Is that that's for DHA and EPA, right? The algae I think that's what that is. Yeah, if that's what it is, like there's a DHA, EPA products are very critical for especially vegans. It's one of the things that's very difficult to get on a raw vegan diet, or even a vegan diet for that matter. That's why doctors yeah, that's what it is. It has lots of DHA and EPA in it. We actually have this on our website. Next month, we're actually having it at cost, the dropper bottle. Excuse me. I should go get cucumber juice. And it's high in DHA and EPA. There's 3 omega-3 fatty acids. There's ALA, DHA, and EPA. ALA is really easy for everybody to get. It's in hemp seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds, sacha inchi seeds, and so much more. But the DHA and EPA is difficult to get on a vegan diet. Now, granted, ALA converts into DHA in the human body, but with people with certain allergies and people with diabetes have a more difficult time, or if their metabolic system is not functioning properly, then it doesn't convert as good. So doctors always recommend to take this type of supplement 2 times a week just to cover your grounds. All right. If anybody wants to come on camera who has it on Facebook, I'm kind of curious what will happen. Let me know. Okay, so let's get some questions here. Let me answer some questions. Hello from Nashville, Tennessee, Kimberly says. Hello there. Okay, here we go. Is something going on? The Hangout has been rescheduled like 10 times now. It's because I had to recover from the retreat, so I thought I was going to do it Wednesday. I expend a lot of energy during these retreats, and I just took the week off. So here I am, ready to go. Okay. Okay, so in one of our latest streams, this was the last one with the retreat hangout, we talked about how the Proposition 65 law in California, there were lawyers suing all superfood companies. I gave a list of names that were happening, that they were getting sued for $150,000, some $50,000. What they do is they buy these people's products from their store. They test it for lead, and now the FDA requirements for lead, all of these people's products fell in line with. But Proposition 65 has a very, very low lead level in terms of its laws. And if you don't have a sticker on it, and we're talking about like, if you were to eat an avocado, that would be considered too much lead for the Proposition 65, or a pineapple. So what we did, since we're in California, since we ship online, on all our other raw food world products to protect us from these lawsuits, we put a sticker saying, and everybody was used to this in California also actually, because they get this all the time, because all these superfood companies are doing this, to where they say, a warning label that just sounds like ridiculously. And someone got one of our Dragon's Blood with this warning label on it. The lead levels are non-existent in our Dragon's Blood. It was on every one of our products. We found a loophole, so we're not really doing these labels anymore, but it was simply just a mechanism to protect us. So it is definitely safe to use our Dragon's Blood, without a doubt, shadow of a doubt. So there you go. You mentioned on one of your streams that the FDA purchased Dragon's Blood from you guys since it was so popular and did some tests on it. Wow, these are interesting questions. That is true. Because it's a very popular product, the FDA wants to like smack down everything they can. So they purchased our Dragon's Blood, and they tested it, and it was 100% Dragon's Blood, as I have been claiming. Oh, come on, let me turn off Skype. Sorry, guys. Quit. So our Dragon's Blood is 100% legit. Most companies out there dilute it. It doesn't get thick like ours when you go like this. So the FDA had nothing on us when they tested it, because all our products are legit, and they didn't do anything after that. Whatever happened to that? Anyway, we're getting lots of testimonials on Dragon's Blood lately, actually. Okay, so there's that question. Okay, everything's about the FDA today. What happened with the ban on the D3 and B12 patches? Also, new information suggests B12 is more absorbable with the ratio of 80% methylcobalamin and 20% andinosyl, blah, blah. Are there any plans of adding this to the patches, or offering an additional patch to go along previous only methylcobalamin? There's all sorts of new research coming out on an ongoing basis. A lot of it's based off of marketing material, trying to say that these things are better than others. You got to watch out for that type of thing. There's always something new. I I personally think that our B12 patches are very potent and are going to work and be very absorbable. We've had incredible results. We've had people who were bedridden. I have a video on this. This woman gave them the B12 patch because she couldn't methylate B12 properly. Immediately she was up and running and doing they were like sweeping and cleaning the entire house for hours. There have other people who said their B12 levels went up on blood tests after taking our B12 patches. If you're going from a cooked food with animal protein diet, and then you go into a raw vegan diet or something like this, and then you put our B12 patches on, your levels are not going to raise, they're going to go down. The levels for a raw food eater across the board, blood levels are always lower because pretty much the levels are based on the standard American diet foods. So if you're even just a little below the normal range on a raw food diet or at the normal range, you're still good. You're still really good. That's like really good. You're not, it's obvious. Animal protein has copious amounts of B12. You go on a raw vegan diet, you're not going to have as much B12 in your body. The levels are based off of the food pyramid, standard American diet, and what the average American has in their system. And this is what they deem normal. So you got to be careful with blood tests. You know how I feel about blood tests. Do you guys know how I feel about blood tests? I know many people who are living a normal life, and then all of a sudden they get their blood test, and the doctor says there's something wrong with them. And then that just destroys them for the rest of their lives based off of black ink on a piece of paper. It's almost like the placebo effect has been so powerful in even healing people from cancer, people with knee surgeries. The placebo effect can also work against you if you truly believe, based off of a blood test, because this is science and legit, that you have a deficiency or you have a thyroid issue or any of these other levels, then it could really mess you up. And like you usually panic, you start to sweat. Doctor, what do I do? You go on the drugs, you take hormones, your glands become dependent on the hormones, you have to up the dosage later. Guys, you know how I feel about that. I usually go into depth about that and explain to give a better understanding of what's going on with that. But it's like, we got to like, you know, is your CBD oil organic? It just got certified. It was always organic, but not certified organic, but it just became certified organic actually. So yes, it is now certified organic. Nothing changed in the formula. It was just a matter of paperwork. So it's always been organic, but now it's certified. Our next batch of labels will have USDA on it. I got to remember to put that in. But yes, it is certified organic. Hello from Colorado. Yeah. Okay. Okay, is this a long one? Okay. Hey, Matt, Happy New Year. I'm wondering if you're going to do more spiritual live chats. I hope so. This evening, I ran into someone from an earlier stage of my career, someone I do not have fond memories of. Is this the universe nudging, pushing, smacking me in the head, so to speak, to make a profound career change? I have been trying to change careers for over a year now. Thank you. Okay, so in the Webster dictionary, if you were to look up universe, it will say, maybe we should do that right now. Let's just see what universe, what is the universe? Okay. Universe, all existing matter and space considered as a whole, the cosmos. Okay, so the universe is pretty much the cosmos filled with stars and planets and all of these different things, solar systems. This is what the universe is. It's like a physical object. Me personally, like, I don't think the universe is telling you anything. The universe is just like, you know, it's doing its thing. It's expanding. It's got planets in it. It's just like, it's like this table. Like, it's almost like saying, did the table tell me to change careers? No, the universe is an object. It's not even, there's nothing spiritual about it. It's outer space. Yes, it's kind of cool. It's kind of mysterious what's going on out there. But that's just my personal opinion on it. in terms of what you're going through with this career change, it sounds like you've been wanting to do this for a year. And I guess from a spiritual standpoint, I personally feel that everything that happens in my existence, in my realm, in my things that I witness, there's a reason for it. Now, I don't know what's happening in your reality and what happened with this person or this career change or whatever, but I'm always looking. I'm always looking. Sometimes somebody says something to me and it like went right in line with what it's like. It's almost like we're being helped on some sort of level on an ongoing basis. We have to have discernment, because there's always something trying to help us and there's also something trying to not help us. One thing I always ask for is discernment, so it's like, keep your eye out. Yes, for sure. Definitely. It could be a possibility. Are the THC vape from the dispensaries safe? I value your opinion. Okay, so, I mean, there's a lot of different opinions and philosophies on whether THC is beneficial for a person or not. Cannabis has been shown to help with all sorts of ailments, especially, I mean, there was one guy on CNN who would start having convulsions, and nothing helped him except for smoking pot. So you have to determine, like, some people like to smoke pot all the time. Some people like to do it every once in a while for spiritual purposes. Like, it depends, like, what you're doing here. But if you look at it from a health perspective, I'm not sure what a THC vape is. I'm assuming that it's, I don't know what it is. I'm assuming it's THC is put in like a vaporizer of some kind, and then you smoke it. That's very concentrated if it's just straight THC versus like the actual plant. So there's lots of different things to look at. Number one, what is more beneficial for the lungs? Are we talking about smoking pot, like just straight with a lighter where you're inhaling smoke like a cigarette? Or are we looking at vaporizing marijuana to where it's actually vape, so it doesn't hurt the lungs as much? And then we're looking at what are you smoking? So if you're smoking vape, like you're vaping with the plant, that's going to have one effect. But if you're vaping straight THC, you're probably doing maybe even 10 of these plants. There might be 10 plants worth of THC that you're vaping straight. So that's going to be a heavy hit. So you just have to kind of look. And is there anything added to these? I don't know what this is that you're talking about. Do they add anything to it? Is there sugar added to it? That's a possibility. I'd have to know more details. Anyways. Deltas. What's up, Deborah? Okay, let's see here. Can you do a class on how to start your own business? I'm not really a business, I mean, I'm like the raw food guy. I try to help people with their health. I started in my mom's house, the raw food world. And, I was doing all the shipping, all the customer service. I did everything. There was nobody helping me. And then as it got bigger, I had to hire someone to help me with the customer service. And so someone started helping. So now I had one person helping me, and then it got bigger. I hired someone else to help me with that. So it just like organically grew. And I understand how to do every position from the beginning till the end, from customer service, telling other people how to do it. And then it turned into what we have now. So I don't know what to tell you beyond that. I spent many, many hours per day. Like, that's one of the reasons why I have wrinkles right here. At night, I'd be like thinking so hard every night in bed, not nervous, but just like, no, thinking, improve business, blah, 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 blah. Probably worked 18 hours a day for many, many years before, so That's what I got. Okay. Oops. You remind me of someone from Led Zeppelin or something. It's Steppenwolf that I remind you of, because I actually have a cousin who is the guitar player, who used to be the guitar player of Steppenwolf. It's his last name's Monarch. Go check it out if you want to see. He's my cousin. I don't even know if he knows I'm his cousin. It's like second cousin. I don't know, but he's my cousin. My aunt tells me all about him. Okay. The THC oils are way better than destroying lungs. What I'm saying is, look, I'm not into this type of thing, but what I'm saying is, if you're going to vape the plant, that's a lot less THC versus vaping the THC oils, which is like a huge hit. So this is going to have a greater impact on your lungs and stuff like this. But I mean, you're definitely, however, if you're wanting to like get a lot for, maybe you're doing something spiritual, or you're just whatever you do, then if you're gonna have to smoke 10 of these or one of these, and this would probably be healthy. It's all, there's so many factors and scenarios into this. What's up, Jax? Okay. What's up, Richard from Melbourne, Australia? I gotta hit the door. 1 second, guys. Sorry, guys, had to open the gate. So here we go. Okay, is the next one gonna be about the FDA also? Okay, so the question was the ban on the D3 and B12 patches. They have been banned. They have literally been deemed as illegal. All patches that are out there are illegal based on what the FDA is saying. We continue to sell them. We're going to continue to sell them, and hopefully we don't get caught. If we get caught, they're going to send us a letter. We have 14 days to take it down. So we're trying to remain under the radar. Hopefully nobody here is going to rat us out. I've taken it off Google. I blocked those web pages. Like we're undercover here. The only way you'll hear about the B12 patches is through our newsletter. Took it off all advertising, everything you can possibly imagine. We are going low key undercover. Same with CBD. CBD has been deemed, but we have a loophole with that. But you're not even allowed to advertise CBD anywhere. I tried to on Google. I tried to on Facebook. They just block it. We even tried to sell on Amazon. They said no. Okay. Does the biology of belief outweigh and possibly override the benefits of an all raw diet? Guys are like, okay, so so what are we talking about? Belief with a McDonald's diet or belief with a cooked Whole Foods diet versus a raw belief? And what do you mean by belief? Belief that the food's not going to hurt you, or a belief in something else? Belief in what? Let me know your thoughts and I'll answer that question. But I do believe that the spiritual aspects are more important than diet. Yes, without a shadow of a doubt. It's the number one thing. Yes. Okay. Oh, sorry, Monarch. I was answering what's his name. I would mix them in coconut. I don't know what this is. Okay. Woohoo! Hey there from Miami, Florida. What's up, Doreen? Good to see ya. What do I think about Dr. Andreas Moritz's liver cleanse? Okay, so Andreas Moritz actually died recently, maybe a year or two ago. It's probably the most effective liver cleanse on the market, I believe, that's out there. However, I'm not a big fan of liver cleanses these days. I've done this Andreas Moritz. I've only done one liver cleanse. It was the Andreas Moritz liver cleanse, and my liver seriously dumped everything. And I had bad breath. It was crazy. You're supposed to do, because this colon is the sewage system of the human body, in all, even Hilda Clark's, also her liver cleanse, Andres March, you're supposed to do enemas or colonics before and after the liver cleanse, because your liver is going to dump and then it ends up in the sewage system of the human body, which is the colon, and then you want to like wash it out, and you also want to prepare for it beforehand. I personally like gentler ways of cleansing the liver, such as carrot juice, beet juice. Carrot, beet, cucumber is and then just drink that religiously every day, little bits at a time. My skin turned orange actually when I did that. When I first went raw and was drinking copious amounts of carrot juice, my skin turned orange because it broke down like the coagulated bile in the liver, and it was being removed from my system so fast, like my urine wouldn't take it all out, so it starts going through the pores of your skin. But I continued to drink the carrot juice, and after 3 months, my skin went back to normal. So I did like a major liver cleansing that way. But maybe for some people, you might need to do a liver cleanse. The issue is you dump everything out, even the good stuff. The bile, which is bile gets recycled into the liver in the gallbladder over and over again. So your body's gonna have to produce more of that. I mean, if you're just gonna do it one time, maybe that's good, but you know, lack of bile has been shown to give SIBO infections, like in the small intestines, without the bad bacteria takes over. So it's just something to think about. It's a hardcore cleanse. Your liver, seriously, your bile ducts dilate and then just everything dumps out. I have people selling CBD oil and they are open. There are people selling CBD oil, just like we are, I'm sure. You will not find it on Amazon or Google as an advertising because it's illegal. They have, since the FDA and DEA controls these corporation bodies, they have power to not allow them to sell those products on there. They pretty much run in Whole Foods. You won't find it in Whole Foods soon if it's there. It probably isn't even there anymore because Amazon bought Whole Foods. So CBD oil, there's smaller health food stores that have CBD oil. There's some other low-key websites that have CBD oil. A lot of people aren't even calling it CBD oil. They're calling it hemp-derived oil to get around because they think that's going to help them, even though it doesn't. Maybe like they're eliminating keywords so they're more undercover. But there is a Kentucky pilot program that we belong to where it's legal. And actually, we've been talking about this. It's been, Donald Trump just signed something to where it's only extended till January 22nd, this bill to where the DEA and FDA can't get funded to go after anybody with any company selling CBD or cannabis or anything like this. That's extended till January 22nd. And they've been extending it like, first it was 6 months. It used to be a year, then it went down to 6 months, and then 2 months, and then 1 month, and then 3 weeks. So it's like next week we're going to find out what happens next. So you never know. Maybe it will get extended for another year. Maybe the terminology will change to where the FDA and the DEA can, like, it's still there, but they can actually go after whoever they want. There's 2 different bills put in. The Senate is the good one. The House of Representatives is the bad one. They're trying to change the terminology of the House. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with that. If you join our newsletter list, whenever each meeting happens, I post an update on our newsletter. But we're a week away from hearing the next choice by the House, the Senate, the Congress. So let's see what happens there. Okay, so this is a big question. We've been getting lots of questions on what is the difference in the CBD versus the CBD for pets versus the human CBD. We just came out with CBD oil for pets. I just did a video, go to my YouTube channel. I gave my dog and cat it. It works. It's very potent. My cat was very chill. I mean, I haven't given it to him in a couple days, but he was very chill for an entire day. My dogs calmed down a bit. It's also good for, I mean, I was just doing it because of, they have, certain anxiety issues, and my cat eats my hair ties and all sorts of things. So I gave them the CBD oil. It made a difference. On our website, in the description of these products, it talks about all of these different benefits that Pet MD says it's good for seizures, gastrointestinal issues, fear of fireworks, multi-cat households. The list just goes on and on and on what it can help with in these animals. There was a survey where people where a high percentage of people who use CBD got benefit from it with their pets. So we came out with one with CBD with catnip for cats. The catnip, obviously, the cats desire that. So, and it actually has other benefits too. So the catnip CBD for cats is one, and then we also have CBD for all other animals, such as dogs and horses. Now, the CBD for dogs and horses doesn't have anything extra like the cat. The cat has the catnip one. That's an excellent ingredient for that product. Catnip is really beneficial for cats for many various things. Plus, it kind of makes them happy and things like that. Now, the only difference between the pet and the human one is, well, the cat one has catnip, is it's a smaller dosage. It's 120 milligrams. Most CBD oils for pets on the market are 100 milligrams. We add a little bit more to make it 120. For every 10 pounds, it's 5 to 8 drops, 10 pounds the size of their pet. You could literally use our human CBD oil on your dogs and stuff like that. It's the same stuff. However, the CBD oil is in hemp oil. It's a carrier. And the 120 milligram bottle is the same size, 1 ounce, as the 250 milligram bottle. So you're giving your pets more. This is a really good, our carrier is a certified organic hemp oil, the best in the industry. It's very beneficial for humans and animals. If you look up online the benefits of hemp oil for animals, you're gonna find out, I have a list of it. It's like crazy. So it's almost like if you're doing the 120 milligram bottle, you're giving them more of those hemp oil benefits. To be honest with you, even humans might even benefit because they're getting more of the omega fatty acids, ALA, from the hemp oil, the 120 milligrams. I usually like to take the smaller dosage for humans, 250 milligram, because I could take more and take advantage of that hemp oil. So you could literally take the pet one and you're getting more hemp oil versus CBD. So the only difference is the dilution. And the dogs love the fat, the cat loves the fat. Like it'll just lick it up wherever I put it. Sometimes when Simba, my cat, first started doing the cat CBD oil, I put it on his paw and he was going like that. They have to clean it off. And then he got used to it. And then that was the end of that. So that's the main difference. Why are they not allowing a vitamin in a patch? B12 of all things. My stomach does not absorb vitamins. Is there any way I can get vitamins to absorb properly? Well, right now we have the patches available. They've said that the FDA has deemed patches as a unapproved drug now because of the transdermal technology. They don't like that being used as a carrier. It goes directly into the bloodstream, bypassing digestion, even though it's one of the best ways to get vitamins. And that's probably obviously why they're doing it. It's a very effective thing. It's a very popular selling product. All brands were. So this is what they do. How do you use the CBD oil? I just drip it on my tongue and eat it. Hello from New Mexico. What's your recipe for the cucumber water? It always looks great. All it is cucumber juice thrown in a juicer. Cucumbers in a juicer, and then I strain it. That's it. What do you think about the couch selling system? Craigslist, Shoehead for autism. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Okay, I'm having huge issues with hair loss. Need the best advice to reverse hair loss. Is this a boy or girl? Boy. And regrow my hair. What is the #1 thing I should be doing to reverse my hair loss? Okay, so we have a hair loss kit on our website. I did a video with it. Go to my YouTube channel, type in hair loss. There's products on there that are extremely beneficial just for that. Just to go over them real quick. The organosilica makes hair grow extremely fast. Caitlin, who is our customer service manager, cut her hair and started taking it a week ago, and her nails got really strong very fast. She's like, it's working. Plus, we had this. We had another girl who I know many people that have been taking it, and their hair just grows really fast, and same with their nails; they become stronger. But DIM, the DIM product on our website, what happens is testosterone. There's an enzyme called 5-alpha reductase in the human body that converts testosterone into another testosterone, which is more powerful and potent. And this Facebook kind of just and this enzyme that converts it, this stronger testosterone is what causes hair loss. So the DIM is like taking 2 pounds of cruciferous vegetables. We have a 200 milligram bottle now. So it's like taking 2 pounds of cruciferous vegetables, and that's what you need to, it will inhibit that enzyme that causes that conversion. So you just take that once a day. And then there's nutritional yeast, has B1 and B12. You want to take B vitamins. Zinc is good. Take some pumpkin seed butter. Quintessential is the best mineral product in the world. It's the most bioavailable. They're organic minerals. It's based off of marine phytoplankton and zooplankton, and they purify minerals and turn it into an organic state. And they're so tiny. They're trace elements, trace minerals. Trace means you just need very small amounts of it. When you take seawater to get minerals, like sometimes people, when it used to be clean, some people would do that. You're not taking organic minerals. You're just taking rocks and stuff like that. And maybe there are some organic in there. But what this is, in the ocean, they're taking the seawater, they feed marine phytoplankton through the zooplankton, eat that, it goes through their body, and then they secrete the saline solution, which is the quintessential. And everything is transformed into organic minerals. It's like, it just like goes in like a rocket ship. It's 10,000 times more bioavailable than any other mineral on the planet. So ketone is what it's called on our website. We ran out of the quintessential. It's the same exact thing. One's just the doctor's line. You want to get the hypertonic. Ketone hypertonic. So true. That's where the money is. My eyes are cold. Jimbo's has CBD. Okay. I was so happy to get your order. I bought your castor oil. It absorbs through the skin. I like the directions using it on flannel, like a wrap. Can you use it daily? For how long? I wear it overnight. What do you use it for? Are you putting it on your face? It could be very drying. It's really good to put in facial oils in small amounts because it will help. It will actually help. Okay, so people get a little nervous putting oil on their face, especially if they have oily skin, they get scared of acne. But when you're using like hexane-free organic plant-pressed oils, it's kind of like looking at chemistry, like a basic chemistry concept. Like dissolves like. So if you're getting really clean oils and your pores are clogged with oil in your face, that are the clean oils can actually help dissolve that. So castor oil is a very good component of like a face oil if you want to make your own, or you can get some Living Libations ones. We're actually doing a sale on this week. And we're actually talking about this exact concept. It's gonna be best skin ever, just so everybody knows. We have a sale on the best skin ever, every one of them this week, probably Wednesday. That's tomorrow, Thursday. Maybe it's tomorrow, Wednesday or Thursday. I got to do that newsletter after this hangout. But the castor oil, if you want to make your own, you want to spend that much money, even though they're going to be at cost. You use just a very small amount of the castor oil in a base of some sort of facial oil liquid because it's very good at dissolving that stuff, but it's also could be drying. So you just want a very small amount, but it's very potent. Our castor oil is awesome. Okay, I'm going to come back to Facebook, everybody. I feel kind of bad because everybody here on this page is getting a little neglected. Okay. What's the difference between quintessential 3.3 and 0.9 and hypertonic and isotonic? The ketone hypertonic is 3 times more potent than the isotonic, and the 3.3 quintessential is 3 times more potent than the 0.9. I always recommend, and they're the same price. They're just diluted for people who don't want to take as much, but you can just drink a third of the quintessential or hypertonic, ketone hypertonic, and then you're getting like 3 times the amount. You could like, so if you, I recommend always the hypertonic and the 3.3. We're out of the 3.3, but it's the same thing as the hypertonic. What is your favorite green supplement? Chlorella, spirulina, green magma, blue-green algae. I'm asking for someone I know that isn't getting any greens and maybe can't access fresh vegetables at the moment. In other words, which green supplement would you take with you if you were an astronaut and fresh veggies were an option? And what would be your daily dosage? Part 2, if you were visiting Elon Musk at his space station one day and you could only take 3 supplements with you, which 3 would you take? Would you choose? We also need food, right? I think chia seeds would be really good because that's like a dry food that you can do whatever you want with. Supplements, I'm all about micronutrients and nourishing the human body. I'd probably take quintessential, reishi spore oil, and quintessential, reishi spore oil. Maybe I would take chlorella. Or yeah, chlorella probably. For the green foods, for your friend, what I would recommend is switching it up. Or like to get all of them and then do one day, one another day, or just do chlorella for 1 month and spirulina for a month, or whatever you want. Just keep switching it up. They all have different benefits, like for example, chlorella has more protein than any other green. It also has more chlorophyll. Spirulina has other benefits. The green magma and this blue-green algae is very potent also. You can feel it in your brain. All of it's good. First-time viewer, love your energy. Have a chance to go overseas permanently from the US. What are your thoughts on that? Thanks. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I mean, I did that. I love it here in Vilcabamba, Ecuador. I've been here for 7, 8 years now. The air is clean. The energy is amazing. I do go to the States here and there. That's a lot of fun too. Yeah, I mean, it depends what you're looking for. I'm a raw food guy, so I wanted clean air. That's like, I love clean air. I love clean food. I love clean water, all that sort of stuff. Raw food is like 1/10 the price sometimes out here. You can get 3 avocados for $1 or less if you buy a box. Yeah, like tomatoes, you could get a massive amount for $1, like crazy. Strawberries, a pound of strawberries is $1. Like, okay. Okay, how many times a week do you take the D3 vitamin patch? You could do it every other day if you don't get enough sun. That's a good way to go. Hi, Matt, good to see you. Hi, everyone. What CBD is good for inflammation with aging? All of our CBDs are the same. They're just different dosages, and some have flavors and some don't. I can't really make claims on that type of thing, but we can say that it activates all sorts of certain amounts of receptors in the human body. I'm trying to link how I can talk about inflammation in regards to that. There's CBD receptors in the brain, in the nervous system even. The US has a patent saying it's good for Crohn's disease, and MS and Alzheimer's and all sorts of things. Meanwhile, the DEA says it's illegal and it has no medical value. Meanwhile, the US government has a patent on it saying it cures all sorts of, it's a drug that helps with so many different things. Anyway. What do you think about oil pulling? Someone said. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm sure it works fine. I know someone who religiously did it and then their gums started getting messed up because they did it every day. It became like an addiction of some sort. Got any advice on how to regrow receding gums? You take, the dragon's blood is very astringent. If you put it in your mouth and swirl it, like that, you'll feel like your gums, like this astringent effect happening. There have been many testimonials of people whose gum lines have actually gone from a 3 to a 4 and so on. There was an Ayurvedic website to where many people were saying that how there's testimonials of all these people that said it helped their gums. It's one of the best things, actually. There was this one guy who his gums would bleed all the time and nothing would work. He even tried flossing, and then the dragon's blood healed him like that. Hey, Crystal, Amy's saying all the questions that were on the January 11th stream are gone. Can you get me those questions? Okay. Oh, good. I answered all those questions. Okay, back to Facebook, everybody. Back to Facebook. My daughter is on a plant-based diet. What do you think of adding nutritional yeast to her diet? She is 18 months, still nursing on and off. Okay, so my daughters eat 100% raw and then eggs because I'm not going to mess around. They're growing girls. I want to make sure their bones are growing, their teeth, all these different things. And I know I'm a raw food dude, but I want to make sure that they get some animal products. I'm not talking about animal products that hurt animals. We're simply talking about eggs. The eggs out here are from free-range chickens. The chickens don't get hurt, and so on. So yeah, you can add nutritional yeast if she likes it. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, Araya was 100% raw for the first couple of years and stuff like that. So, but then we just shifted it. We just shifted it. Many people know I'm on a 100% raw vegan diet. I have to supplement in many different ways. There are certain vitamins that you can't even get on a raw food diet in the vegetable kingdom, such as vitamin A, the fat-soluble vitamins, vitamin D, vitamin K. And you're probably wondering, what are you talking about? Carrots have vitamin A. No, it's a pre-vitamin. So in order to get vitamin A, you take the pre-vitamin, beta-carotene, retinol, whatever it is, and it converts in the human body to the full vitamin. Now, only a percentage of that is converted into vitamin A. So a guy like me needs to drink carrot juice to like make sure I'm getting the nutrients I need on a raw food diet. Like I have to supplement. Am I getting all my mineral? I mean, everybody should supplement anyways if they feel to. But what I'm saying is, I'm not saying a raw food diet is the best. If a person were to pig out on raw foods, and then there's someone who's balanced who eats a raw food diet but eats some eggs, there's something very nourishing about that. Some people like goat's milk product. I think the best diet, don't get me wrong, what I'm doing, I have a belief that, okay, that I'm gonna be living very old, I'm gonna be running when I'm 90, that's the benefit of a raw food diet, but I need to supplement. But someone who's eating a mainly raw food diet and adding a little bit of eggs or raw goat's milk products can achieve the same results. The reason why one reason why I'm confident that I'm going to end up this way, I mean, God willing, I'm not the one who makes the choices here, but many of you know Dr. Fred Vichy. He's hitting 90 soon. I think he's like 88. He just turned to 88. He's been on a raw food diet for 55 years. He went through an unfortunate experience to where he almost died in the hospital because he's very sensitive and stuff happened and it kind of messed with him, but he came out of that, recovered, and he's on the beach right. He looks really good. I was just talking to him on the phone the other day and I'm like, this man is 90? Are you serious? He like recovered from something very tremendous and he's like, I've never seen a 90-year-old like this. He can go running without an issue. He looks really good. And he was like saying, Matt, you're kind of lucky being on this raw food diet thing because look. I'm like, all right. But with that being said, you know, he supplements, I have to supplement. You got to be careful about that stuff. But if I were to go, if I were to add something, which I'm not going to, I wouldn't go to quinoa, I wouldn't go to baked potatoes, I wouldn't go to those foods. I would probably go to the amino acid, omega fatty acid, rebuilding tissue stuff, which would be animal products. From a raw food diet, the next thing that I would recommend would be eggs, and specifically egg yolks. I'm not going to get into the controversy about egg whites versus egg yolks. This is what it is. You could do all of it if you want. That's fine. Then the goat's milk products, goat's cheese. These are all in moderate quantities. I'm not saying overdo them. These all rebuild the human body. Protein breaks down into amino acids in the human body. It rebuilds tissue and bones. Fats break down into fatty acids, fatty esters, rebuilds the brain. Starches are good because they satiate the human body and it keeps people full so they can mentally eat healthy. However, what does that break down into? Fiber and sugar, glucose. That doesn't rebuild the human body, it just gives energy. But you can get energy from other things too. So I'm just an extremist and I want to just like only take things in that are, but for example, if someone can't handle eating very small amounts of food, because we're not talking about going on like Atkins where you eat crazy amounts of eggs and goat's milk products. If you go on, so if a person tries to do this diet that I recommend, that's really good, but pigs out because they can't handle the empty stomach the empty feeling in their stomach. And what happens is they're gonna load up on all these animal products like way too much. I know people that drink goat's milk and religiously, like all day long. It's not good. Then it's better for them to do the quinoa, the millet, the buckwheat, the baked potato, the brown rice pastas, and all these other things, because it's helping them not to be satiated to where they can do it. I'm just saying in an ideal world, if you can take it mentally to this level, my recommendation would be raw food with those two things. This is what I would do. I'd go raw food. If that's too far for you, I would do raw food with eggs. If that's too far for you, raw food eggs with goat's cheese. If that's too far for you, I would do raw foods, eggs, goat cheese, and watch out vegans, fish would be the next one. If that was too much for you, then I would still stay away from the starches and go chicken, fish, turkey. Chicken, turkey. I know vegan, I'm just saying from a scientific standpoint is what we're doing here. Scientific. What's good for the human body. I understand the moral aspect, that's your thing. Whatever it is, I don't eat animals. I'm just saying like from a healthy standpoint. But if you're gonna overload on the animal protein, and these starches are gonna help you not overload on it so you're more balanced, then that's a good thing to do. Just wondering why it can't be taken internally. I guess you're talking about patch technology. It can be taken internally. It's just, this is a very effective way for people who have digestive issues and things like that. What is your opinion of cleansing liver in the morning to connect to? I don't know what you mean. Okay. Someone said my arms are looking good. Okay. Just finished a Kabbalah lesson on eating for the soul, and it mentioned a liver cleanse in the morning to help know the purpose of your life. Thanks for the good stuff. It's good timing for joining a healthy vacation. You do all good vibrations your way. Okay. Okay, something is going on about a couch here that I don't understand. Is chlorophyll safe to take every single day? I think so. Matt, there is a group of that crowds your feed. They only talk about couches. Please feel free to block them. Can you do that, Crystal? Okay, someone said they bought Mega Hydrate, but they're pregnant. I can't recommend for any pregnant person to take anything. Okay. Look at all these questions. It's amazing. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to find questions here. I'm like, there's a lot of spam on here. Okay. Okay. Which has more electrical frequency in them, vegetable or fruit? Which can detox you better, vegetables or fruit? Okay, so I think we're looking at the wrong things here. But okay, let's do it. Vegetables are loaded with vitamins and minerals. They help rebuild and regenerate the human body. The fruits are more of a cleansing thing. You're going to get more gas. Both are good in moderate quantities. I mean, the vegetable juice you could drink. Vegetable juice is the best thing to rebuild the human body. Everybody knows this. It's hit the 100th monkey effect. It's like getting absorbable nutrition right with it's organic water. It's purified through the vegetables. It's like drinking organic water. It's the best water there is. In fact, I only drink 32 ounces of water in the morning, and then the rest of the day I drink vegetable juices. It's loaded with vitamins and minerals. It has the microscopic nutrition our body's starving for. They are micronutrients. Drink vegetable juices. Fruit juices, on the other hand, are going to be way cleansing. They are going to give you gas. It's a lot of sugar. It's going to get you wired. Vegetables are the way to go from my standpoint. If you're just wanting to, the main thing is to eat healthy. Like someone could be talking about electrical frequencies, like the difference between fruit and vegetables. Meanwhile, they're eating McDonald's burgers. It doesn't matter about what the frequencies have no impact because the McDonald's is impacting them so hardcore. Nothing else really matters. You don't need to sprout almonds. You're eating McDonald's. There's this whole raw food Bible where people are freaking out if you, are those almonds sprouted? Ah! They're not sprouted, but you're not eating sprouted almonds? Go back to eating your burgers. All right, I like to not eat my almonds sprouted. The main thing is just to eat healthy is the point of that. I'm not saying, okay, so someone's saying, why avoid starches? I'm not saying to avoid starches. I'm just saying, I personally feel that the best diet is what I stated. I'm not saying it's bad. You could live to be a very old, healthy age, eating healthy starches, no problem. We're just talking about how it works in the human body. Okay. Plant-based protein, chlorella, the chlorella tablets at therawfoodworld.com. That has like, that's the highest plant-based protein there is. 15 days vegan. Are you saying you don't do it? No, I am raw vegan for 20 years. I've been raw vegan for 20 years. Did 3 days of green smoothies and beet juice with large amount of milk thistle, following 2 days of raw, and let go of 8 pounds, nice, or more of water and excellent colon cleansing. Feels nice. Great to hear. 8 pounds very quickly. Someone's asking, are we still doing our spiritual hangouts? No. Nobody asks me questions. If you want me to ask your questions, you can ask me whatever you want. I'm here to answer your questions. So if you want to ask me a spiritual question, I'll do the best of my ability to answer it. Not that I'm a spiritual guru or anything. I've got my own mental issues. I've got all sorts of OCD, raw food tendencies from being on this type of lifestyle. I've talked about them all over the place, but if you want to get spiritual advice from me, that's fine. I'll give it to you if you want to ask me questions. Just realize I freak out when someone, like, if I snack in between meals. I don't do that. And if I get tempted and I do it, I start sweating. Or, for example, my daughters run my household here, and I'm trying to figure out how to not have them run the household. Anyway. Okay, I'll give you an example. Araya's been sleeping over my house lately, and it's great, right? But she doesn't go to bed. She will literally stay up till 2 a.m. She has stayed up till 2 a.m. And the way I do it is the next day she sleeps over. She's so tired from the night before, she falls asleep. And it just gets ugly because, you know, for example, she starts going on the iPad, and then if you take it away, I want to go home to mama's, blah, blah, blah. It's like, ugh. Anyways, so here I am with my own issues. But anyways, yes, I'm here to answer all and every question if that's what you want. Okay. What is in your vegetable juice? I drink a lot of liquid, and I've lessened the amount of sugar in my raw food diet, and I feel way better. There's less mucus. After I eat, I used to like cough up mucus every time, like a lot. I stopped sugar to a great extent, and it stopped. So I went from drinking coconut water, the green coconut waters here, not like the Thai coconuts are high glycemic, and I drink only carrot juice after I run, and I run many times per week. So yeah, it's been helping me out. I like to drink, sometimes I'll drink 10 juices in a day, 16 ounces, because I sweat a lot in the bathtub. I like just straight cucumber. It's like water practically. So that's my favorite, but I usually do wild greens with carrot and celery after a run. My dog loves the chlorella tablets. I hope it's okay to give them to her sparingly. Have you ever had a moment when you really manifested something in your life and it was like kapow? Yeah. Yeah. A couple times. There's two that I could think of that were like really boom. I mean, there's many. That's what we do. We all manifest. That's why it's important to do this type of spiritual work to where we vibrate in the cleanest way possible. Through focus. Like, for example, when someone gets angry, you can take things and throw it around, or you can focus and watch the anger dissipate. You can do that with all sorts of things. You could do that with like greed, having power over someone, or if you're a married person and like this really hot guy or hot girl comes after you, you get flustered, you can focus and like you can fantasize about it and play with the frills, which is, you know, there's a cause and effect with that type of thing. You lose energy. Or you can focus and kind of just let it dissipate like anger would dissipate. You crack me up. So agree with you, Matt. Taking diets too seriously is a buzzkill. Keep a light heart. I'll ask you questions. Laugh out loud. How is your chi being single? My chi? My chi. Okay, good. What do you put in your, okay, we already got that. Do you have any advice for healing thyroid, Hashimoto's disease? Kids will test you. Oh, okay. Let us run the household. It's less stressful. How often do you run? Probably 4 or 5 times a week. What do you think about coffee enemas? I just like straight water. It's all about pulling the waste out. Coffee dilates the ducts of the liver and it dumps. I would probably be extremely stimulated if I did coffee. As it's crazy. I know I'm an expert in this field of colon cleansing. Number one, I haven't done it in 2 years, but I did it for 10, 15 years straight. Water, the purpose is to just remove waste. And it doesn't just remove solid feces, it removes gas, invisible waste matter, acid, all sorts of things. So just straight water is all we need. And the goal is not to hold the water in for as long as you can. That's like a misconception. You don't want to hold it in at all. The goal is to get as much water in as possible. And you don't even have to hold it in for 3 seconds. Just get as much in as you can, and then that's the most important part. Do you have any advice on if you should avoid, okay, why are men, okay. Okay. I would like, okay, so why are men losing libido and girls are losing their periods on a raw vegan diet? Okay, me personally, I don't have a problem with that. I've been doing this for 20 years, so I don't know why other people are. In terms of girls losing their periods, I have my own thoughts about that. I've heard of women losing their periods and they still get pregnant. I've heard that one reason might be because they become very clean on some level, that the discharge is very minor. Because like one reason why, I'm not an expert on this, but maybe one reason why women have a discharge is because like they're giving off lots of waste every month. That might be why women live longer. I don't know. These are just like thoughts I really don't know though. With you having 10 juices a day, what do you eat during the day, Matt? I have 2 meals a day. I finally got my coconut wraps in. We're out of coconut wraps on our website. They're coming back next week. I love these things. I finally got more in. I've got the cinnamon ones. I'll make a wrap. I'll put lettuce leaves on it. I'll take my cashew cheese and pour that on. And then I'll take almond butter and lettuce and sprouts, strawberries, and then I'll roll it up and eat it. And then for dinner, I might even use those again, but I'll use like the green ones or the yellow ones, moringa or turmeric. And then I'll put avocado, onion, tomato, dulse, sprouts. As a matter of fact, I'll probably do that right after this hangout. Ooh, okay, we're already gone. Okay. Okay, so here we go. You have to be consistent with children. Set a definite time for bed, and see she goes to bed at the same time every day that she is with you. Yeah. Sometimes I have to do some work. Sometimes I don't know. What are wild greens? Things like alfalfa straight from the garden, nettles, all sorts of things. Okay, so, hey Matt, good to see you. Hi everyone. We already did that one. Okay. Okay, everybody. Woo! Thanks for tuning in. We're gonna do this next Tuesday, every Tuesday. Yeah, that was fun. It's been a couple weeks since I did one. It's a good turnout too. rawfoodworld.com. Join our newsletter list just to put your email address in any of the fields to do so. Wow. Everyone's just saying, we do it every Tuesday at 8. Everyone's just saying some really nice things to me. People love the coconut wraps. Next week, we're gonna have plenty of them all. All right, so thank you everybody for the support, and we'll see you next week at the Raw Food World.